Alright, I got the airplane. Alright, so where's our spot? It's right there. Alright. So, our engine dies. Glide speed spot. 1, 2, you can give it about 4 or 5 trims and it'll just stay there. Remember, glide speed just barely below the horizon attitude. Almost level attitude will give you glide speed. There's my spot. Fuel's on. I want to get everything on. Fuel's on. Flaps up. Mixture's rich. Throttle mess with. Carb heat on. Mags on both. Primers locked. Airspeed 80. Okay. Radios 121.5. 7700 on transponder. When I have time, checklist. Alright. Now I go to this. Okay. Now I go to engine failure during flight. Airspeed's 80. Good. I got it. Fuel selector's on both. Mixture's rich. Carb heat's on. Okay. Ignition's on both. Okay. You're doing that because you want to get in the habit of doing the flow check in case you don't have time to do the checklist. That's why we do flow check when I have time checklist. And notice I'm just in a shallow bank turn. I got the plane trimmed. I'm not doing anything. Okay, I'm just hovering here. I'm just circling. All right, and you can keep trying. Ideally, if it doesn't start after you go through the flow check and the checklist, it's not going to start. It's done. You're out of fuel or something. Okay. But anyhow, just keep circling. Now, I know my ground's about 1,200 feet, right? So 2,200 feet is my target to be a beam to numbers. Whichever way I want to land, whether I'm landing north or south, I want to be 1,200 feet above the ground, a beam to numbers, all right? Now notice I'm right over the center of the airport. I'm slightly off to the south. So I'm going to just widen up like a turn on a point here and get back over the center. All right, I've got, 1,300 feet to go. All right, so if you want to keep trying to start it, you can. Fuel, mixture, mags. Okay, like I said, if you don't have it started, if you've gone through the flow check and everything's rich and everything's on, and you've gone through the checklist and it hasn't started, it's not going to. So now I'm keying in on where I'm going to go for my downwind. Right now I got 1,000 feet to lose before I want to be downwind to beam to numbers.
Maybe one more 180.
Well, let's just see. Yeah. I think I'm going to end up landing south, but I'm not sure yet. Probably be all right. And like I said, if you got it trimmed, I'm just sitting here. I can eat lunch. All right, I'll always make the plane work for you. And I'm controlling that bank angle with my feet actually too. All right, see if I want to steepen it up, I just step on a little bit more rudder. If I want to shallow out, I'll step on the right rudder. Okay, you don't really need a whole lot of aileron here. There's my runway. I'm 500 feet from where I want to be. All right, I'm going to come back and land this way. So I'm going to roll out. I want to go out my half mile. All right, now I commit to land. So now I shut everything off. Flow check, fuel's off, mixture's lean, key out of the ignition, doors open. All right, if I have time, checklist. If I don't, life goes on because I've just done everything. The only thing I leave on is the master switch. All right, I got 200 feet before I'm up where I want to be. I'm looking pretty good. All right, so I can actually do, well, I don't quite have time. Remember, if you're a beam to numbers, all right, what do you do from a beam to numbers? You fly the airplane. All right, there's my numbers, 10 degrees flaps, nose down, descent attitude. And I'm going to have to trim it forward just a touch. All right, now I'm going to watch. I don't want to go out too far, but I don't want to come in too high either. Oh, right about here, I'm going to turn 20 degrees flaps. And I may be a little high, so I'm going to kind of S-turn back and forth on my base while I'm getting there. All right, now turn final. I'm high. I'm not real high. I'm just slightly high. I'll go full flaps. All right. There it is. I'm perfect. All right. Master switch off. All right. Go around. Full power. Climb attitude. 10 degrees up. Trim. 10 degrees up. Trim. 10 degrees up. Trim. Make sense?